Hello, welcome to Weekly Recap. I am your host Vivian Kabono. This is the show that brings you a recap of what has been happening locally and internationally in this week. This show is brought to you by NewsunplugKE. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment. Stay tuned. I hope your week has been good. So has been my week. It's right for Valentine's. Anyway, welcome a lot. We have a lot of stories, some funny, some controversial, but hey, stay tuned. Yes, so Riggy G, we start off with the Deputy President, Mr. Riggy G, His Excellency Mr. Honorable Riggy G, but let's just call him Riggy G because it's even an informal stuff. So Riggy G was seen walking, and this story has been trending after he was having a sweatpant written nyamba nyamba. So everybody's nyamba nyamba sweatpant. So Riggy G was having a walk, so he was having that sweatpant written on the sides, the label nyamba nyamba. I don't know which label is that, and he was having a mismatched hoodie, and he was taking a walk in Murray County in the forest, and he was saying that he really enjoys taking walks in the forest. Actually, it is also good for health. By the way, Riggy G is turning 60. He's just shy of 60, and he's still working to keep his body fit. Sometimes he's spotted with his wife, wakati mwingine he's alone. And by the way, this story brought a lot of controversial opinions because people were saying, so Riggy G said that he enjoys taking these walks because the nature is so beautiful, and then his walks are graced by the choir of the birds. Sasa he enjoys taking such walks. You feel me? And as I said, wakati mwingine ako na bibi yake, wakati mwingine ako alone. And he said that it is also a good opportunity for him to look when he's taking his walks and he's around his home. But then he's from Madeira. Watu wa Madeira, Karatina, yeah? He's from Madeira. He was actually an MP there. Some county of residence, my county of residence at times. But so Madeira is from where he comes from, Madeira, and he says that when he's taking his walks, he also gets a chance to look at his dairy and poultry farming and angalia shamba venye iko. Because netizens, wa Kenya ni wa Kenya too. So they were like, what is that nyamba nyamba brand? What do you mean? I mean, like, which brand is that? And others are like, so you expect Riggy G to be wearing Louis Vuitton, doing a good, or whatever, those brands that you know? And others are like, you know what, Riggy G is just a don't care. He doesn't care what you people say. And probably he didn't even notice. I mean, is it that we Kenyans love making a big deal out of something small, or is it because of I think when in Kenya status yako ina coming with a lot, and others were saying, you know what, no, Riggy G, you don't have to be taking walks only in your home county. Please, we want to see you in Garissa, we want to see you in Lamu, we want to see you everywhere. You feel me? So they're like, okay, I don't know what they were meaning. Probably they are, but I don't think there's a problem with you taking a walk in your home. I mean, like, if that's the place you enjoy, it's not there's a difference between development kwenyu nyumbani ama developing only your hometown and taking a walk in your hometown. I mean, that's where your heart is at, right? The heart is always best when it is at home, so there's no problem with that. Oh, okay, I don't think there's any problem with that, but talk to us and tell us what you think, right? Anyway, moving on to our next story. So there has been an education official from the education ministry who was arrested after he forged documents so that he could get a job. So Josh Kira is from Eldoret County, and he faked his papers so that he could get a government job in the education sector. So he has been he actually, the court walisema ako na mistakes tano, so he was having 5 mistakes, and he was released on a cash bail of 200,000, and his case will be listened again on February 26th. So I don't know, is it fake it till you make it? Hey, fake it till you make it, because this guy faked his documents. We have heard a lot of stories of people faking things. You found me? We have heard a lot of stories from back in the days. Stories, the lawyer, Brian. I mean, these cases are all over. And the question is, does the end justify the means, right? I mean, comment, talk to us and tell us, do you think the end justifies the means? I mean, if this guy was a teacher, right? He is a teacher. and probably he's teaching well. Probably the students are passing. I don't know. So do you think it's okay? Because I think he has been in the ministry for some time. Because if he was employed and he has earned, I mean, he probably is doing some good work. You feel me? Also, does that mean that the interview and the recruitment section or selection is faulty? Because how are you not able to detect that this is actually fake, and then you come to know that it is fake after you have employed the person? I feel like a recruitment process, as a HR manager, an upcoming HR manager, I feel like there is a lot of vigorous selection that goes on during recruitment. You feel me? You have to know who is your employee, the history, the background, and most especially the educational background. So when you tell me that you faked papers and you made it to go through, kidogo na shanga nani walimkubalisha ingie kule. Also, the sector is saying, okay, so the government is saying that a lot of fake people are in the government and they're trying to pull and approach, especially in the educational sector. So this educational sector, almost past 2,000 people are actually, past 2,000 civil servants have fake documents from the educational sector. There is Kenyatta Hospital. Those are the leading places where there are a lot of fake documents and fake people, to call them so, or fake qualifications, or how you would like to put it. And also in the geothermal sector under the Ministry of Energy. So the government is trying to pull out these people, but honestly, the first step of doing anything is the recruitment selection is where you decide whether you want somebody in the team or not, because the recruitment process is very expensive to start with. Also, the turnover rate is not as, because look at this guy, he has been teaching. That means he's already gained experience. So having another person come in and start from afresh, I mean, it's a lot. But anyway, hey, let's not fake life, man. If you want to be a teacher, go start with a certificate. And panda, you cannot start building a house from the roof. You have to start with the foundation, step by step, pole pole, mos ndio mwendo, ama vipi? So pole pole ndio mwendo, alafu pole pole yakobe ilifikisha bali, sio? Aya, moving on to our next story of the day. Hey, politicians, jamani. So netizens have been very angry after Karen Nyamu posted a video, and she was saying, kama unataka kuiba, iba kwa kutumia akili. If you want to, loosely translated as, if you want to steal with intelligence, or be intelligent about your stealing. So Karen Nyamu was urging, it was a video of her, I think she was going to the parliament session. Okay, so let me do a brief introduction. So Karen Nyamu is a nominated senator, and people, especially netizens, know her so well from the controversial story of her being the baby mama of a popular Kikuyu or Mugithi singer, Samido. Okay, so he's a baby mama, and Samido happens to be married to Edith, and there were a lot who moved to the States, and there were a lot of push and pull and to do with the baby mama and the wife. But anyway, so people knew Karen a lot from that. But let's not even talk about that. Karen has been very present in the social media, and she was recording a video. So allegedly, probably there was actually a traffic jam, okay? And she was convincing and telling her driver to use the other lane kwa sababu and sijui awashe hazard and apite lane mbaya. That is driving against the traffic. You follow me? Like using a different lane, which is illegal. And actually, she waved a traffic officer that was there, and the officer didn't say anything. And she was telling people, unaona kama unaiba, iba na akili. So people are questioning. I mean, like, it's the arrogance. It's the arrogance. How do you record a video committing a crime? It's like the story of DJ Brownskin, where he took a video when his wife was committing suicide. I mean, it's just like that, you feel me? And netizens were like, oh my goodness, power comes with a lot of arrogance. Others are saying, why she should not be let go. I mean, she should not be yani asihurumiwe. You feel me? She should be judged accordingly, because driving on the wrong side of the lane or driving against the traffic can cause a lot. It's actually hazardous, you feel me? Like it's fatal because you can cause an accident, and not only do you risk your life, but you risk the lives of other road users, right? You feel me? And also watu walikuwa wanasema, you know what, kama ilikuwa wakati sijui wa Matiang'i angesamehewa and everything, but you know, netizens, we all have opinions. What is your opinion about that? Is Karen allowed to go for I think she was going for the parliament session. Is she allowed to, I mean, should we cut her some slack because she's a politician and a baby mama of a favorite artist of many? But I don't know what you think, but honestly, for me, let's all obey the rule. I mean, nobody is above the law, not even the president. So let us do what is right. And also, let us not be arrogant. You know, I mean, arrogance for real, it's the arrogance for me. But, do I say? Anyway, before we go on a short break, this is not really nice. It's the last story before we go on a short break. So, Kelvin Kiptum died. Kelvin Kiptum was actually an athlete, a world recorder. I mean, he has held world records, and he was a very, very, very great athlete. So Kelvin Kiptum is a father of two, and he was 24 years old. He's so young. 24 years, and I can imagine two children by 24. So that means as much as he's young, he has a lot of responsibilities on his shoulders. And he died on a road accident when the car that he was driving jumped into a ditch. And him and his coach, who is a Rwanda guy, died on the spot. And I mean, survive. And the lady there was a lady passenger who was also injured. So it's very unfortunate because he also had a wife, and he has left a wife and two children, and he was coming from Eldoret, his hometown. So he had actually bought a land like 10 miles from his home, from his like kwao nyumbani. So he wanted to build later this year, and he had dreams. Actually, like, he was planning to be the first man to run a marathon under 2 hours in April. So he was looking forward to that marathon in, I think, Boston. Yeah, he was looking forward to that marathon, and it's so unfortunate that he will not even live to try that battle. I think, just like they say, the richest place in the world is the grave, because there's a lot of potential. Because you can imagine, if he fulfilled his dream, how much could he have gained from, I mean, in his career, financially, and you feel me? Also, the Kenya brand, he was representing our country. So after he died, the government said that they will actually help the family to construct the house. So 3 engineers are are taking care of that construction. It is a 3-bedroom house, and the construction has already started. They were planning to finish it within the 40 days of mourning. No, actually, the government said that they were clarifying that they will try to finish it before the 40 days of mourning, and the burial is expected to be really soon. So to the family of Kelvin Kiptum, I am really please receive my condolences, and may God give you comfort, strength, and everything. I mean, death is so cruel, and it's crazy how it takes even the most talented people. And I mean, God protects us all, right? Because life is like this. Right now you are living, you're so lively, and then the next minute you're no longer there. You feel me? So also, it is a message to us to, there's no tomorrow. You never know about tomorrow. You only know about today and right now. So it is also a calling for everybody. I mean, do your best today, because as much as, yes, there is tomorrow, and we're praying to the Almighty God to give us long life, but at the same time, let us do what our due diligence, because actually I don't think when we die we will even know that we are dead, right? And we will go on a very short break, and we will be right back. Please stay tuned. Thank you. Welcome back, Mko Salama. Thank you so much. And I hope, by the way, by now you have liked, you have subscribed, you have shared, you have commented. It's NewsunplugKE. Please, hey, changamka hapo, sindio, right? And also turn on the notification bell so that you can know anytime we upload. So, hey, Kelvin Kang'ethe. Kang'ethe, it's the Kang'ethe for me. So Kelvin Kang'ethe has been rearrested. Okay, I covered the story by the way last week. By the way, go check at the last weekly recap. We talked about Kelvin Kang'ethe, who was he was living in the US, and he allegedly killed his girlfriend and then akapotelea Kenya. Okay, so he walked out of the police station after his lawyer came to talk to him, and he just walked out of the police station, Muthaiga police station, boarded a matatu, na akaishia your design. So the police have been having msako, the police have been looking for him for 5 days, and finally alipatikana. So Kelvin was found in a club drinking. It's so actually the first time also that Kevin was caught, he was caught also in a club. Remember the time when there was a red, unajua ndo walijua ni yeye. So he went back tena alishikwa kwa club. So after he ran away allegedly, he was found in a cousin of his, a relative. He was found in a relative's house, and actually even after he ran away or he escaped from the police station, family were called to be interrogated, and also his lawyers, so that they can say, okay, so what happened, and do you know where he is? Because by the way, at the US are really interested in this case, because remember, he killed Maggie, so the girlfriend was Maggie, okay? So Maggie was working in the US. She was actually a nurse, and this guy Kevin was working in an airport. So the US are the ones who saw, and actually the reason why he was the first suspect murder is because he was seen walking out of the airport where Maggie's body was found in the parking lot. You feel me? So ameshikwa tena, and he was actually alikuwa amekuwa in the police custody as they waited for the US to know whether the case will be, whether he will be jailed in Kenya or there, but probably there because the murder happened there. But I mean the jurisdiction can be in a you feel me, like in his you can do something because we collaborate, right? And actually Maggie was also a Kenyan, and yeah, it's very unfortunate. And actually even I was just listening, and I've just been listening from radio where people are wondering, how do you kill and then you go raving? God, I don't think he's okay. Also, I think you see, when you commit something so big or like something as murder, probably even your mental wellness might be very affected. You follow me? Because he seems like his mind is clouded and he's not making sound judgment. Because no, you tell me, how do you kill a person? Ushikwe mara ya kwanza kwa klabu, okay? You umepotea the first time you're arrested in a club, and then the second time you're also arrested in the club. The second time, actually, after umepotea. Oh God, I don't know. I think when people commit, when we see the and by the way, I don't know. The first time when he was caught, they traced him using his mobile phone. So he was still having his mobile phone. Oh God, even the easiest movies you see, when they commit murder, they tafuna the line or something. Because anyway, I'm not saying that you should get away with murder, but although I feel like when you do a mistake, karma, you say karma is a BY, whatever, yeah? So karma just clouds your judgment. I mean, because justice must be found for Maggie. So, Kelvin, well, anyway, me, I'm just praying that justice may be found for Maggie, because why would you murder a nurse who has a lot of potential? She was only 31. 31. You feel me? On to our last story of the day. So this is a celebration. Shangwe kelele na nderemo. The dollar has been dropping. And this has actually been something that we are all excited about, because the dollar has been dropping from 160 to 150, 145, and actually even at some point it went as low as 139. You feel me? So this is so great. Actually the Kenya Bank or CBK, yeah, like the Bank of Kenya bought dollars so that they could at least ensure that, because by the way watu walikuwa na complain, lakini watu wale wa kufinya computer alafu pesa inatoka, dola inatoka, wanalia labda wale watu wa kushinda kwa nyumba akina forex wale watu ana roll na Mercedes Benz na anasema tu ni god wanalia. Lakini anyway, it's good because at least the cost of living is also reducing. And you see, when we exchange a lot of shillings with the dollar, that means that our shilling is depreciating, right? We should be competing competitively. And even financial managers and financial counselors tell you that if you want to pima your wealth and to know your net worth, calculate it in international currency, and that is dollars or euros. So I'm glad that we are moving to tuendele hapo reduce taxes, alafu make sure dollar pay inashuka, right? Thank you so much, dear viewer, for staying tuned, my dear. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much. Kindly check us out on all across our social media platforms at News Unplug. Our website is at newsunplug.co.ke. we have stories there. Please let us update you and keep you in touch. And also you can follow me across all my social media platforms for more personal touch at Vivicabs. Please do follow me, follow, right? And thank you so much. Do have a blessed week. Na kama hukuwa na mtu wa Valentine's, hey listen, if you had somebody for Valentine's or not, love yourself. And if you have somebody, love yourself and then love that person, okay? Do have a nice time. Thank you.